Hello, welcome to my video about Macbeth being connected to Walter White from Breaking Bad. I hope you enjoy the trip. So why is Breaking Bad a tale of mirrors and daggers? And why is it Macbeth? So the reason is that for both stories, the use of either mirrors or daggers is to reflect an alter ego of the character, of the main character. So to understand that, we will need to understand first chirality.
Great word, hand. Now the concept here being that just as your left hand and your right hand are mirror images of one another, right? Identical and yet opposite. Well, so too organic compounds can exist as mirror image forms of one another all the way down at the molecular level. But although they may look the same, they don't always behave the same. For instance,
so just as Macbeth and Lady Macbeth seem to be equal, they're very different. For example, Macbeth was a soldier, however Lady Macbeth was the real strategist. Macbeth was the Thane of Glamis, but Lady Macbeth wanted him to become king. Macbeth killed Duncan, but the one who planned that killing was Lady Macbeth. So seeing that Walter and Macbeth are really the same person, we have to compare also Walter versus Heisenberg's chirality. Walter was a boring chemistry teacher, but the master of drugs who accomplished a 99% meth purity was Heisenberg. Walter was a family man that loved her wife, even if she was unfaithful. But Heisenberg killed fathers, sons, and even caused the death of Hank, his DEA brother-in-law. We can see clearly Walter in season 1, but after that, it's barely impossible to distinguish who we are seeing. Therefore, they start the use of mirrors to distinguish Heisenberg, aka Lady Macbeth, as the shadow that never fades. There are many uses of mirror throughout the Breaking Bad series. However, before dying, Walter's reflection was shattered, being the last time we can see both of Walter White's and Heisenberg's reflection, just as the dagger symbolized the guilt that Macbeth had to handle due to Lady Macbeth, which led to her suicide. We have to admire Vince Gilligan, who was the creator of Breaking Bad, because he was able to use mirrors in order to portray two different people, because one had his vision in recovering from cancer and having a nice family. However, 2 seconds after that, you see Heisenberg selling drugs, cooking meth, ruining Jesse's life, and it's very difficult to catch up on that details. However, the uses of mirrors show clearly that even if you see one person standing there, there are actually two. And the dilemmas that they have to face are very different due to their interconnection to different realities. In conclusion, Walter is the same as Macbeth because he was influenced by someone other than himself in order to commit something that he would have never done, even in the worst and darkest nights.
Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Science, bitch!